All right, let's move on to the Metropolitan Division. The Carolina Hurricanes versus the Ottawa Senators.
Yep.
So same thing. Carolina on strengths. What do you got winning how you got them winning the series?
So one thing I think Carolina has going for them is there's no Florida, right?
Yeah.
And so like they've been to the conference final last 2 years in a row. So I think like they have that thing. Maybe now is their chance finally to kind of. It's like when LeBron left the East, right?
Yeah. Right.
And Toronto finally, got. I think this is their chance.
This is their chance. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's going to be their key X factor. Like, they're the best team in the East. I think this is their year to get it finally get it done.
They got the best power play in the East. All right. They got the shot. They're like the defense is amazing. Brindamore style defense is hard penetrating that defense. Pause. Number 3, this is like super healthy team. Like the Hurricanes are super healthy going to the playoff. There is no excuses. This team has everything going for them. They're ready to rock and roll, and they're gonna, they can make this series very short. What about for the Ottawa Senators? What do you think is their strengths in this series? And what will help them win this series?
So one of the strengths is they have a Tkachuk on the team, and for some reason, Tkachuk is like Carolina's kryptonite.
Yeah.
So they have a Tkachuk. I think they also play very similar to how Florida plays as well. So like I think they'll give Carolina a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
And coming down the stretch, I think they've been one of the hottest teams as well.
Yeah.
Going and like it's crazy because I think in January or December there was like only a 9% chance they were gonna make the playoffs.
Who?
Ottawa.
Ottawa. Yeah.
Yeah, they went on a crazy run when Allmark came back too, and I think ever since he's came back, like he's kind of like solidified stuff in that because I think they had a lot of question marks around their goaltending. So I think he's solidified that a little bit for them, and they play a physical style. A lot of guys are coming back from injury. I think Shabbat's supposed to come back too.
Shabbat's still injured.
He's still injured? Okay, but I think I think he's coming back.
He may be coming back. I don't know if he's going to be 100%.
100%.
Interesting for that. But I do think their strength, of course, is Tkachuk, for sure. But it's a very, like a fine line where, yes, you're bringing the physicality, and he needs to do it off the first shift. It can't be like the Toronto series last year. I felt like Brady was kind of invisible that series, but he needs to bring much more than that. Like he needs to lead this team, but he can't get carried away with his little antics where he crosses a line and in the box because Carolina does have the best power play. So there's a fine line, but they need to grind that defense out. As you're saying, they play like the Florida Panthers, dump, chase, but you got to be able to reach that defenseman before the transition happens. So that's important. Number 2, Allmark, as you said. Allmark has the experience from Boston as well. He knows what it takes to win a series. Even though Swayman, I know he was carrying
the majority of the load.
But I think Allmark knows, and I think he needs to bring it this year. He's finally healthy, so this is very important for them. And number 3, I do believe that the Ottawa Senators have the forward depth to kind of go toe-to-toe. Defense-wise is different, but I think offense-wise they have it. So as long as they could go toe-to-toe with them, I think they'll be fine. The weaknesses for the Carolina Hurricanes. What do you have? What do you think is the reasons that all of a sudden we'll see Ottawa winning this and it's a massive surprise?
I want to say it's just pressure. I think a lot of pressure is on them now, knowing that there's no Florida and they're like the best team in the East. And I think they're the favorites going into this series. Like they can't let that pressure get to them, and they can't. They got to rise to the moment. I think for them, that's the key thing. Like, everything's going for them. They had no big injuries, nothing, like, knock on wood. Their goaltending's been great. They found like Bussy out of nowhere. Like his story is like is crazy too. And they have veteran goaltending in Anderson, who's I think won like 85. I don't know if he's won or I think he's played 85 playoff games. So that's good for them too. So I think that's like their key thing.
I know that the Hurricanes defense likes pinching when they're
well, that's Brindamore style, right? Like they like pressuring, style.
But when you got guys like Tim Stützle on the other end, you get caught pinching and you get exposed, like he is going to punish you. So I think the pinching game, you got to be aware of when you use it because this Ottawa team can get you, right? So that's one. Number 2 is that the Hurricanes love shooting from everywhere. They just shoot.
That's their philosophy, right? They put shots on net and then
But the problem is they can't settle for those outside shots. They can't just settle for you got to go for the high danger chance as well. And I think that's where they gotta figure that out. Because if you're just shooting from the outside, Allmark's seeing everything, from a mile away.
What's the point?
What's the point? You got, them going out the other way. Ottawa's going to be able to just hammer them through because they're gonna be going right in front of the net, in front of Bussy, and they're going to make his life a living hell. So I think that's number 2. Number 3, I got... number 3 is the Hurricanes cannot get caught up in Ottawa's physical game. Like, they need to be able to play their game and dictate it throughout the entire series. But as soon as they take you through the muds, and if you start playing their game and, you start getting away from your game, that's how the Hurricanes are going to lose the series. So they just can't get caught in that world. They need to own the game from the beginning to from the puck drop till the whistle's blown. So they got to do that. Same thing with the Ottawa Senators. What do you think are the 3 reasons of why Ottawa is going to lose?
Well, one thing is, I think, like you said, it's just the antics. I think they're going to take bad penalties.
Yeah.
And I think it's important for Brady Tkachuk, if he's going to get a penalty, he needs to make sure someone else on Carolina is going to take a matching penalty with him, right? I think that's one thing. Like you said, they have the best power play in the league.
Yeah. In the Eastern Conference.
In the Eastern Conference. So, I think that's because probably Edmonton probably has the best, right?
Yeah, Edmonton
but I think that's going to be really important for them, is staying out of the box. Yeah.
So my 3 things are, they're going to heavily rely on the dump and chase, the Ottawa Senators. But the thing is, the Carolina Hurricanes are one of the best possession teams, like the transitional team too. I think they're the best in the league. So if you dump the puck in and they're already on the transition, you don't get to that chase and you're just dumping it in. You can't even hit that, throw that.
You're just wasting a possession.
You're wasting a possession. Yep. Hurricanes are going to eat you alive. Number 2 is they have so when they're playing on their PK, they're very passive. They're never really being aggressive or attacking the player with the puck. And I think when you open that up, you got guys like Jarvis. I think they're gonna expose you if you're just sitting back and just waiting.
One thing like that, kind of hand in hand too, like just like talking about that too, is one thing I think the reason why that works well is you don't get sucked in and leave open spaces behind you, right?
You don't, but then you're giving them time to set up. And if you're giving the Hurricanes enough time to set up, they got enough firepower on that power play. And Nikolai Ehlers is a very clutch player too. So you give these guys openings, they're gonna have some one-time sauces, and it's gonna get nasty very quick. So you cannot let that, you can't just sit back and just let them set up. I think that's gonna be a big blow for them. The third one, I think, is the most important one, is how healthy is Shabbat gonna be? Like, even if he comes back, is he gonna be 60%, 70%? Or is he gonna be 100%?
I'll say I take 70% or 60% Shabbat.
No, you'll take him.
No, 100%.
Sometimes when a player is banged up, and this team they have Zub as their number 1 shutdown guy. If you don't have Shabbat, like, what are you gonna? I know you got Sanderson and everything, but Zub has been playing that shutdown role. But if you got no Shabbat, that could really open up. They could really get exposed very quick, and the Hurricanes could just run away with this, right? So, we talked about the weaknesses. X factor, Carolina Hurricanes X factor.
I think it's gonna be Ehlers.
You think it's Ehlers?
Yeah, they brought him in for a reason, for that depth scoring. Like, I think he needs to kind of like justify why they brought him in, right? So I think he's going to be my X factor for Carolina.
Okay, I think it's the experience overall. They've been doing this. They're gone to the second round. They've gone to the Eastern Conference, the second round, and I just think they know what it takes. They got the experience for it. I got Slavin as well. I think he's still one of the. I know he's injured. He hasn't played a full season this year. He's been up and down, but they got enough depth. But he's going to be able to lead that defensive core, and he's going to shut them down. I think he's going to be very key as well. And they just overall got the star power, man. I just think that they're just going to wear them out. They're pretty deep, too, offensively, and I think they're just going to make the series
You're like
very
deep
short.
all over, like they're defensively. They're
crazy,
deep.
Yeah. And goaltending-wise, too, if we're really talking about it, like, they got 3 goaltenders.
3 goalies. One of them's injured, but
yeah.
Still.
So that's their X factor. What about for the Ottawa Senators? What do you think their X factor?
I want to say it's going to be like Tkachuk. I like Pinto too. I think if it was up to me, I think I'd put Pinto on the number 1 line and then maybe move Stützle on a wing.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be Brady Tkachuk. Can he get in the heads of the Carolina players and kind of get them overthinking everything?
Yeah, it's the physical game.
Yeah.
Like puck drop, very important first game. If you come out flat first game, you're not going to be able to insert your game dominance. Yep. I think Brady Tkachuk has to bring that first hit, like he needs to go for it, right? And just lay on a nice clean hit and just change the entire atmosphere because
Just set the tone, right?
yeah. So yeah, Stützle take over. I think he is one of those players that can take over a game completely.
Mm-hmm.
And Olmark's experience, I just think that those for the Senators, I think that's the X factors for sure. Who do you have winning the series?
So in the season series, Carolina took 2 out of the 3.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna actually go Carolina 5 games.
Yeah, I got Carolina in 5 games as well. Damn, we're both the same. All right.
So far, I think we've had like pretty much the exact same thing.
Yeah. We haven't gone against each other.
Yeah.